In this lesson, we will cover NanoMesh. NanoMesh allow you to populate instance geometry along the surface polys of a model. Now, NanoMesh works along with the Z modeler brush. So we have already covered the Z modeler brush in detail in our previous video. So we will see how we can use Z modeler brush and NanoMesh together. So what I will do here is that I will just have this new fresh start of a ZBrush window. So I will just go here and click on my cylinder. So once I will click on the cylinder, it will just load the tool. Click on the tool and then you can use any one of these. Right now I will use this any one of these 3D meshes. So I will select this plain 3D as it is very simple. Okay. And then I can draw this on the screen here. And then I will go to my edit mode. Now, if I'll press Shift F, you can see that there are a lot of polygons here. Let me turn on my perspective viewport so it's more clear. So you can see I have a lot of these polygon faces here, which I think it's too much. So what I can do, I can go to the geometry and I will optimize it a bit. Okay, I will increase the optimization a little bit more. I think now it's fine because I don't want a lot of geometry, so this is fine. Now I have to convert this into a polymesh because still I'm in a mesh mode. So I'll just have to click over here in the make polymesh 3D button and it will be converted into a polymesh. Now I will turn off my wireframe or just keep it open so you can understand what is going on over here. Now I will bring up my Z modeler brush tool. The shortcut, as you know, it is BZM, and here I have my Z modeler brush, and you can see if I hover over any one of these faces, you can see it is showing me these options, the one that we have gone through in our previous lessons. Now what you need to do here is that go to any one of this poly face, press spacebar, and once you are here, what we are looking for is insert NanoMesh. So here we have this option called insert NanoMesh. So I will click on the insert NanoMesh and then you have the target. So if you want to insert a NanoMesh on a single poly or all polygons, or usually you can work on the flat island. So but at this stage I will keep it a single poly. Okay, so then we will move to some other options. Now wherever I want a NanoMesh, I can go and press M over there, M for mesh, or you can say M for model. So if I will press M over here, it will give me these options here and I can choose any one of these meshes. So if I will click on sphere 3D, okay, so it will just add a sphere 3D over here if I click and drag, and you can see that it is creating a sphere on here. And wherever else I can go, maybe I can go here I can make smaller one. Okay, so oops, okay, make sure you don't click on the edge, otherwise what will happen, it will divide that into two, and that NanoMesh can be divided into two because on the edge mode I'm inside the insert single edge loop. So if I click here, so it will divide that into edge loop, and then it will divide the NanoMesh also. Otherwise, if you don't want to affect this, you can go to edge, do nothing. You can go to point and do nothing. So now I will not have any issue. So I can add as many I want. Okay, so this is how you can add a NanoMesh on a single polygon. Now what if I don't want it on a single polygon, I want it on the flat island. Flat island means whatever is flat right now, this face, not the face which is behind. Okay, so here I will go back to any one of the faces, spacebar, and once I'm here I can choose flat island instead of single poly. And then if I will go and click on any face here, so you will notice that it's creating that on the single poly over here, and you can see I have this bubble sort of effect here. Now to demonstrate this much more better, what you can do here is that you can also insert any other by going here, okay, sorry, by pressing M on your keyboard and choose any other. Suppose I will select this one, and then if I will click here, so you can see it is creating a star. Then I can rotate or wherever I want to fill it. Okay. Apart from this, you can also add the IMM brush here. Okay. Now, how you can add an IMM brush over here? You just have to go to your brushes, choose any IMM part. Like I will go to the IMM parts here. It will give me all these parts. Okay. Suppose for lips, if I will click on. Okay, so my lips is selected. Now if I will go here, it will just make a lip over here on my screen. Okay, but this is not doing what I want it to do. I don't want it to make a simple lip on my mesh over here. I want to create a nano mesh. In this case, what I have to do is that I have to convert this lip into a poly nano mesh. To do that, I have to just go to the brush, as you can see here. Okay, and then I have to search where this brush is. Okay, so inside the brush you will see you have create option. You will go to the create option, and then this is already an like a IMM brush, so I don't have to worry about. Otherwise, if it is not an IMM brush, you can convert this into an IMM brush. Then you have to convert that into a nano mesh brush. But it's already a nano mesh, so I will just click on create nano mesh brush. Once it is done, it will become a nano mesh brush. Now I will press M over here, and as soon as I will press M, so that IMM brush which I selected has now become a, you can say, a nano mesh. So IMM is now nano mesh, so I can choose the lip which I was selecting, maybe this one. And if I will click now, as you can see, I'm inside a single polygon, so I have to go to the flat island. Okay, and if I will create, you can see it is giving me these lips here. Okay, so you already know how to create a IMM brush, which we have studied in the last class. So once you create your own IMM brush, you can convert that IMM brush into a nano mesh brush, and then you can apply just like this. So let me do one thing here. Let me undo this and choose something different. Maybe I will choose the full arm here, so it will become easier to show you around. Okay, so something like this, but it is not that interesting. Let's see if something that gives an interesting result. Maybe a dog head, or maybe a male head. That will be interesting. Yeah, look at this. This is quite interesting. Very surrealist. Now once you are done, you can see that you have a bunch of heads over here. Now this is not the only thing you can do with the nano mesh. Here we have a separate option called NanoMesh. So let me bring this here. If I will go in the NanoMesh, you can see there are a couple of options here. And the one usually we play over here are, you know, all this you can say, but some of them you don't really go on. Like I don't uh, play with most of like I do play with most of them, but usually I don't go in the deeper ones. Okay, so let's see what are the important one here. Now here I have different way you want to fit your nano mesh on your screen. Like right now I'm here, which is proportional mode. If I go to the fit mode, it will exactly fit on the polygon according to its size. Fill, it will fill it, but fill, what it will do, you can see that it will kind of stretch it because it's trying to take the whole polygon, the size of it, and same size it is applying on this NanoMesh brush here. So either I like to go with a like proportional or fit, but I will keep it at proportional. Now you can turn it on or off anytime you want. If you will turn this off, show instances or show on, it's the same thing, but this is usually works when you have chosen single polygon. Okay, so show placement, it will hide the part where on which you were showing it. So that's up to you. And then if you want to edit this mesh, you can simply go in the edit button. It will take you to this edit window. And then you can do whatever change you want. Like suppose I want to make his nose bigger, so I can take BMV and then, you know, move his nose outwards. And you can see quickly it is changing on my screen. Now let me take my standard brush tool, okay, BST, and then I can do some changes. Let me turn on my symmetry, and you can see instantly it is giving me the change over there. Okay, now if I want to go out for it, you can go out. You can copy this one, paste wherever you want from the copy button, but I will be not doing that. Now here we have Nano constant height mode. If I will go over here, so it will give me a constant height, and that height will remain all the time same as you are changing this. But for this tutorial, I'm not going to do this. But if you want to keep your height constant for the whole project, you can click on this one. This is clip border mode. It will clip the border. So you can see that whatever is going off the screen is now clipped, just like you have used the clip brush on it. So you can work with this one. If you want to clip the border, if you want to keep everything inside the border, but I don't want that, so it can go out. Now here I have constant, so I will turn this off. Now this is the size. What if you don't like this size? You want to decrease the size of it, so you can decrease the size anytime you want. So let me decrease it a bit here. Okay, and here we have the width. Now this will increase the width of your NanoMesh. So usually it's not better to work on the width at this individually, because it will stretch your object. So it's always better to change the size here, so it will be proportional. But if you want, maybe your project requires that, then you can go ahead. Length is all about the length here, and then height is all about the height over here. Now here we have width, length, and height with a VAR, which is the variation. If I will increase the width here, so you can see randomly it is increasing the width of my object. Some are increased, some are not increased. So if you want a variation or randomness, so you can change from here. Okay, like I can increase here width, okay, and then height also. So it will give me something like a variation here. So randomness. So if you want to create something random, you can use these options here. Now, if you think they are stretching a lot or something happening, you can fix this with these. Now we have offset, which will move it from its position. Okay, X, Y, and Z position. So if you will notice here, it is moving on the Z axis a little bit far away. So maybe if I will use Z offset, it is 1 right now. If I will move this back to 1, so it will move it down. If I will keep it 0, you can see it is on the center of the floor. Okay, because if I will turn on the floor from here, you can notice that the axis is on the center. So that's why. So it's always better to keep it 1. Now, Y offset, I just wanted to bring it a little bit front side, not too much. So then it is fine. Here is again the variation. If I will move this one, the variation, so it will move a bit here and there randomly. Okay, so you can see that why this is moving randomly. So for randomness, you can do that. Now here I have a modulate by color. At this stage, I don't have any color, but if you have different color, it will move it according to color. Like wherever you have dark color, maybe that one will remain at the same spot. Wherever you have the bright color, it might move or scale according to your choice. Okay, here we have rotation. So X rotation, then you have Z rotation, then you have Y rotation, and then you have randomness here. So if I will increase this one, randomly it will rotate the way you want it to rotate. Okay, so it's totally up to you. So you have some random NanoMesh on your screen. Now these are the tiles. If I increase the horizontal tile, you can see that it is adding horizontally more nanomeshes. If I will increase the vertical tile, so it will add more vertically. So you can see I have a lot of them right now. And as much you will increase, you can notice my computer is getting slower and slower. So I will undo this. I don't want a slow computer to work on. Now you can flip this horizontally, okay? And you can flip it vertically as well. And then you have a pattern over here. So this will work with the help of the pattern grid. So I don't have any pattern right now, so they will not work. Otherwise, you can add a pattern grid to it. Now here I have a random distribution. At this stage, they are not randomly distributed. They are distributed on your polygon, the faces exactly. So they are, each of them are on a single polygon. So you can see that. Now, if I don't want that, I want them to be randomly distributed. So I can go and increase the random distribution. And you can see that they are randomly distributed all over my surface here. So they are randomly distributed, and you can see they are not on each face. They are just randomly distributed. Now what I can do, I can increase the random seed here, or I can decrease the random seed. Then you have random array. Basically, this is for the repetition. And next lesson also we will study about the array. Now, if you think the size has, because we randomly distributed it, so you can reduce the size of it. So NanoMesh is a very good tool which is extremely powerful, and it what it does that it usually populating surface tool that create details across the polys on your model. These details can be quickly applied with few clicks and generate really impressive results. You can create cloth pattern, like you can make some VV sort of a like I'm a brush, then you can convert that. And if any one of your character is wearing a shirt, you can apply that VV nano mesh on it, so it will give a realistic feeling to it. Or you can, if you're doing a jewelry, for that you can do that. Okay, for many things you can use this nano mesh. Okay, so if you will turn this show placement off, you will see that it will not show it anymore, and you will only have these group of people randomly. And you can increase the Y offset here. Let me increase the Y Z offset here randomly, so you can have more random movement here. So you can see what's going on, but they are overlapping each other. But I think you have got the idea here. So think about possibilities where you can make chain link with this, you can make cloth designs with this, you can make scales on a body of a creature. So many things, like possibilities there are. Think about it, see how you can work with this. And if you have enjoyed my video, please click on the like button. And I will be uploading new lessons, tutorials, live sessions, and full courses along with other useful videos. So don't forget to click on the bell icon so you can get all the notifications. I will highly appreciate everyone if you will give shout out to my channel on your social media account, which will really help me to get more subscriber, and this will motivate me to create more content for you. So guys, thanks a lot for your support, and please continue supporting me, and take care of yourselves till we meet for the next lesson.